Okay, so this is oxidation numbers. With oxidation numbers, there are 5 simple rules. Okay, now you should have these in your notes, and you can also find these in your textbook, but I'll quickly go through them now, and they're as follows. Hydrogen always has an oxidation state of +1. Oxygen is always -2. An uncombined element will always have an oxidation state of 0. Fluorine will always be -1. And if you have an ion with a charge, then the oxidation state is equal to that charge. For example, Na+ will have an oxidation state of +1. Okay? Now, bearing those 5 rules in mind, what they'll do in an exam is they'll give you an example like this. CO3, 2-. So this is my ion. Could also be a molecule, but in my example it's an ion. And here's how I figure out the oxidation states of all my elements involved. I look at the charge. And what I try and do is I try and make all the oxidation states of my elements add up to the charge. So in order to do that, put my charge at the bottom, 2-. I then go through my 5 simple rules and fill out anything I can get from those 5 rules. Well, we don't have any hydrogens, we don't have any uncombined elements, we don't have any fluorines or ions, simple ions, so all we have is oxygen. Well, we know oxygen has an oxidation state of -2. So that gives me a total of -6 so far, and what I need to get is -2. So -6 plus a number for carbon will equal -2. Well, that number has to be +4. So my carbon equals +4 to balance it out. Okay, I'll go for another example. How about H2SO4? That's big enough so you can see. Now again, all I do is I look at my overall charge. My overall charge is 0, doesn't have a charge. So I have to try and make all of these oxidation numbers add up to 0. So I go for my 5 simple rules. Hydrogen has got an oxidation state of +1. That's one of the simple rules. My 4 oxygens will have an oxidation state of -2. So far I've got a total of -8 for the oxygens, +2 for the hydrogens. That's -6 altogether. -8 plus 2 is -6. So to make this balance out to 0, my sulfur has to be +6. So when I tally all of this up, it comes out to the overall charge of 0. And that's oxidation states.